Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. Come my buddy Josh with us from Amann Burnett. Hey, Josh, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kevin. Good morning.
So, Josh, tell me a little bit about the firm to start.
Oh, sure. Well, we recently created the firm, Bill Amann and I, and we focus on mainly business-related issues, which spans anything from bankruptcy to business disputes, whether those are internal disputes between partners or members in the business, or general business disputes that could deal with a landlord-tenant situation, or a situation with a creditor or multiple creditors. You know, it's generally when businesses are experiencing trouble, whether it's internally or externally, that's where we really focus on, mainly on our representation within the firm.
Josh, one of the things I'm surprised by that I see is we often have a dispute with our business partners, and we don't think of, taking it to an attorney because, I see them struggle. You want to do something, Bill wants to do something else, and you're fighting over it. Isn't it better just to bring it and say, hey, let's have this mediated so we can come to a resolution, so we can move forward and not have this drag our business down?
Yeah, you hear that a lot, whether it's business people or even individual clients. They think of going to a lawyer sort of as a last resort. They might think it's too expensive. We're having maybe financial trouble. The last thing we want to do is pay for lawyers to deal with this. We're very reasonably priced. Bill has a lot of experience. He's been a lawyer for about 20 years. I've been a lawyer for about 12 years. And we both have focused in these areas for pretty much most, if not all, of our time as lawyers. So it's something that really, in making a business decision, you should think about the cost benefit. You could try to work it out yourselves. There may be some complex legal issues that you're not aware of, because why would you be? You're not lawyers. It could be something that might even require litigation, if that's the case. And so in those cases, I always think it's better to get a lawyer involved earlier on rather than later, even if you just talk to a lawyer and decide if it's something you want to do. Decide if you want to hire lawyers to help you in this situation. Just that information that you might get from a consultation it is going to be probably very helpful and help you decide, where you need to go. Do you need to litigate this? Or is it something like you said, Kevin, maybe you can mediate it, maybe we can get involved and simply, work with the partners or the members within the business and see if we can work something out that way. But again, we can do all of those things. That's what our background really is in.
So Josh, the second question I have for you is about creditors. Unfortunately, from time to time, I have friends who just fall behind on their bills, and their approach is, if I don't open the letter, then I can deny I know it. Probably not the best advice, right?
No, definitely not.
Reach out and deal with it, find a way to make payments or something versus, again, if you're relying on these suppliers for your business and you're not paying them, they're going to eventually stop shipping to you and you're going out of business.
True, and that's something that I think applies equally to businesses as it does to non-business clients, and who make up a large percentage of our clientele as well. But you don't want to be an ostrich, put your head in the sand and ignore a problem. It's better to address it as early as possible in almost every instance. There's an old saying, I forget who said it. I won't take credit for it, but there's a time in the life of a problem when it's big enough to see, it's small enough to solve. And I think that's true just across the board, whether it's a business who's got issues with a creditor, maybe it's a vendor who, as you said, is going to shut them off if they don't work out something soon, which could devastate the business if they're a large supplier or a large vendor. But with our consumer bankruptcy clients, for instance, and that both Bill and I do handle consumer bankruptcies as well as business bankruptcies. You see that a lot. They get a foreclosure notice. They get a notice from the IRS that they're going to get a tax levy, or they get some nasty letters from creditors. And it's a natural tendency to take that, just put it on the nightstand and not think about it. Just let it sit there. But if you don't do that and you talk to somebody right away, bankruptcy or not bankruptcy, there's usually a much better, much more cost-effective and timely solution if you take it head on right away, rather than ignoring it and pushing it off to sometime in the future.
So Josh, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
Well, there's we've got a website which should be launching very soon. I don't know if it'll be up by the time this airs, but it's www.amberlaw.com. That's AMBUR.com. Our contact info is on there, even in the site that's under construction. And of course, when the site's up and running, you'll be able to contact us through that. Or you could email me at jburnett, BURNETT, my first initial last name, at amberlaw.com. Or telephone, the main number for the office is 603-696-5401.
Josh, I really appreciate you taking a couple minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Kevin.